Evening folks, hope everyone is well. So this is continuing from my previous videos where we're sending some stems of a current EP that I'm working on through various external bits of kit to see if we can spice up those stems. Tonight we are doing the Wasp, the Behringer reissue of the Wasp. This has a very interesting filter. Which has a low pass, a band pass, a notch and a high pass mode, and also various interesting LFO options. Yeah, haven't used the Wasp as much as I should have. Tonight's the night to see what it can do to process external audio. Let's go. Okay, so similar deal to the Model D video and almost similar to the Vulcan Modular video. We got our hardware set up. Let me just show you that. Let me get this out of the way once again. So using the Wasp, the Behringer Wasp, this time as promised, because maybe there's some interesting things going on in the filter here that we can take advantage of. And again, you know, I've got my Reaper project open. I've created a new project. I've added an audio track for recording the audio from the Wasp. I've set up a new MIDI track that's going to trigger the envelope. I've routed the audio out to channels 3 and 4 of the sound card into the audio in. I've got a separate connection here to control the audio in. And again, track 5, slow attack lead is the first track I wrote. I think, well, it's a track at the top of the project. This is the unprocessed audio straight out of Decent Sampler. And again, nothing wrong with this library, the Isometry library. It just sounds really good, really interesting. And this is out of the Polybrute originally. So that's what we're working with. And again, we've got the ability just to say, just put it through the Wasp, record the audio, or put it through the Wasp, record the audio, ride the filter and have a kind of performance of this stem. Or if I can work out how to use the Wasp, you know, get an LFO going, have a little bit of movement in the filter, that could be cool. But first, let's get the audio going into this thing. Okay, so before I've just said about doing a recording, what's cool about the Wasp, which didn't occur to me until just now looking at it, is the filter. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. So let's play a bit of a clip of what I'm going to record. What's interesting about the Wasp compared to some of the other, well, compared to the Neutron and the Model D and the Pro 1, is that the filter has low pass filter mode. Cool. But it also has a band pass filter mode. Cool. Also has a notch filter mode. And has a high pass filter. Lots of interesting options there. If I go back to the same place, low pass. Lots of interesting options for LFO. Yes, interesting. So I was aware that you know, one of the features of the Wasp was the fact it had this interesting filter, because I know that Dopefer, you know, one of their modules is the Wasp filter. So it was clearly something that was like, yeah, this is the thing. But yeah, okay, so I get it now. I get it now. How that translates to using this as like a monosynth. Well, I guess, yeah, it just gives you lots of interesting ways to shape the sound. All good. But yeah, as a way to process external audio, lots of nice possibilities. Right, just on track one, it's pretty cool, actually. Let me just give you the A-B comparison, because we always do that. I'm going to give you A, and then one of them will be the Wasp, one of them will be the original. So I'll give you A. That was A. Give you B. I like both of those. Which did you prefer? So A was the new Wasp recording and B was the original. Now, to my ears, the Wasp version is much more, it's tinny, it's a bit more tinny. It feels like it's stripped out some of the lower frequencies, because I'm using a filter. Not by design, that's just how it turned out. So I think the original sample instrument has more body to it. But the Wasp version, it's much more sort of thin and reedy. But what I like about that is that raspiness that's in the original patch. It seems to be really sort of extenuated. It's that the raspy quality has been extenuated. Is that the right word? It's been sort of it's more prominent in the recording, and I think if we make a mix of both of them, we get the best of both worlds. Yeah, that kind of raspiness it's just really nice now. And in the mix, the drum brute's not here, but in the mix, this is how the track opens. And again, it's one of those things that, if you didn't know, you wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, it's just, it's not a radical difference. It's not even a radical improvement, I would say, but it is good fun. It is good fun, and that's what we're trying to do. We're not necessarily going for this needs improvement. The track is the track, musically speaking. We're just looking for interesting ways to spice up these these stems that are coming out of a software instrument. I really like what the low pass filter of that Wasp has done. So I think we need to explore some other stems and take a look at some of the other filters. And I'm going to possibly run out of tracks here. Pad 2 I can see. Let's take a look at pad 2. Just quickly, here's one of the pads re-recorded using the band pass filter, the original. So a really breathy, windy kind of pad sound. It's just more prominent. That glass, that airiness, that windiness is more prominent in the Wasp recording. So that sense of sort of desert winds blowing much, is much more prominent. And again, I kind of think that could be interesting to have that mixed in with the original. So you have the body of the original, but the kind of the glassiness, the airiness, the windiness of the Wasp version. So what? Yeah. So it's seeming like this is definitely is colouring the sound, and it's definitely taking away some body. But again, you could set it up differently to how I've set it up. I'm not saying that's necessarily the fault of the Wasp. That's just my experience in the last hour of recording. But yeah, having that sort of, that filter with 4 different modes. Yeah, lots of interesting possibilities there. Let's look at one more track. More playing. If you're thinking, can it get a bit more extreme? Yes. So we have the frequency control, control oscillator frequency, combined with a filter control. So we can go a little bit crazy as well with the Wasp. Okay, the oscillator control, the frequency control, that's the key. That's the key. So when I talked about it taking away the body, this is something called string pad. This is the re-recorded audio out of the Wasp. And again, this is me sort of just manually sort of almost, performing the stem, so to speak. This sounds like it has the body back. So it's not as if this is stripping out all low frequencies. I think it's just the case of setting this up. I like this a lot. I like this so much that I might have to go and revisit some of the Model D stems and see if I can do a better job with them. But these are definitely keepers. So I think I'm liking this process more and more. Obviously, I did the Model D as the first one, then the Vulcan modular. I like that. I like this a lot. So there we go. I'll do some tidying up and I'll put a little mix down at the end of the video. This will be the end of the video because I get a sense it's quite a long one. Thanks for staying with me till the end. This is cool. The Wasp can be picked up quite cheaply, brand new. Possibly you might find this for less than £200. I'm not saying go out there into the world and start spending your money. No, don't do that. Or do that, up to you. But having these the 4 different filters there, analog synthesizer, analog filters, very versatile. Nice little box. And I have to say, I feel guilty for not exploring this enough. So I think, as an external audio processor, happy days. When I first got it, I remember thinking, not being blown away by this as a synthesizer when you compare it to the Model D and when you compare it to the Neutron and even the Pro 1. But as a way to process external audio, liking this a lot. Okay, anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care. Cheers. Bye.
you.